Hello and welcome back to Norfolk Airguns. What are we doing today? Could be doing another comparison video. Um, so yeah, let's head straight into the intro and we'll have ourselves a look-sees. Righty ho. So what are we comparing today? These two. These are two SMK Xs501 rabbit destroyers. There's a difference. This one is your generic CO2. This one, see the ends are different. This one has been converted to a PCP. So what we're going to do today is see if spending the 55-60 quid on this bit is worth it and makes a difference between the pair of them. So what we'll do first, we'll head into a close-up look at the pair of them and we'll go from there. Let's have a look at the overview. So first we'll have a look at the generic, what you get from the shop. So you've all seen one of these before, no doubt. So it's got your butt pad. This is your CO2 one, as I said. Trigger, safety, bolt, go along, and your cap for the CO2. Head up to the PCP. Again, exactly the same rifle, apart from this bit here turns it into a PCP. But yeah, both the same gun. Whoop, look at that magic. So we'll start with getting the CO2 one ready. So you want to take your cap off. Unbelievably long screw caps on these. There you go. So make sure the bleed valve is not there. Yep. They have a bleed valve on the inside of the caps, so you want it up so it doesn't automatically leak your air. Let's put the cap back on. That's that. Right, so these take two 12-gram bulbs. These. So the first one wants to go in that way, pointing down. The second one is reverse. Push that in. Get your cap. Push your cap on. And tighten this up until you hear a little hiss. There we go. She's charged and ready to go. So I'll show you the PCP. And on to the PCP version, converted version, shall we say. I've filled it up already, but because the cylinder is obviously designed to only have, it's designed to it's meant to have CO2 in the cylinder, not compressed air. You can fill it up to about 950 bar, which is about 65 psi. So you don't really want to go any higher than that. It will cause complications. It's not designed to have that much air in it. I have already filled this up, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. So it comes with a quick fit adapter. If you buy the full, the full ones, I think it's 50 quid without that bit. I believe it's 55 quid or 60 quid with the quick fill adapter. So you'll need a CO2 bottle or a pump. Now, I'm too lazy for a pump. So you want to get yourself your dive bottles. So it's as simple as clicking it on with a quick fit. done, and turning on until you've got the correct amount of air, and then obviously bleeding. So just turn the tap off, take quick fit off, and she's ready to go. Bring it back up here. Ooh. So that's the pair of them filled up, ready to go. They are also both 2.2. I will just quickly point that out in case anyone thinks of any inconsistencies. There you go. 2.2. And a 2.2. And I am going to be using, stay, tin of JSBs, your standards. So let's head out to the range where I'll shoot the PCP first. Before then, I've only got one scope, so I need to switch the scope out and stick it on for the accuracy. So yeah, head out to the range. Okay, so the PCP first. Do 5-shot accuracy, shall we? Safety's auto. It doesn't like these JSBs, I don't think. I don't like JSBs. I did bring my wasps out just in case. Let's see what it does with wasps quickly, shall we? It's the same, it's dropping. Okay. Right. We'll stick with JSBs. I'll have to just aim up a bit. Right. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Accuracy wise, that's not gone well at all. So what we'll do now is just have a quick chrono test, shall we? So if that's the benchmark and this has been turned into a PCP, it's not very good. So far, not worth the cash. Let's get the CO2 version out and we'll try and look at that one. Right, let's take a look at the CO2 version, shall we? 5 shots. See what it does. That's very, very wide. It seems to do what it wants to do. This is hitting hard. So you're shooting to the right with the scope. Right on up. to be honest. So, but if I did a bit of this, I should be able to get a bullseye with one of these. Nope, not quite. Let's go one more. I know I've done my 5 shots, I'm just playing now. Don't even know how that went. Right, let's give this a chrono, shall we? So I was a sausage again and didn't press the record button when it come to the chronoing on this part. But as you can see, highs of 10.3 foot-pound, and the lowest it went down to in the end was 9.9 with the 10-shot group. That is significantly higher. That word I'm struggling to say right now. Higher than the PCP one, which I'm actually shocked. I don't know why, but I was expecting to see a bit more higher power from the PCP than 3.3. But yeah, so that's the chronographing done on the CO2. Right, is it worth spending the 50-60 quid on this little bit here to turn it into a PCP? You just saw the video. Accuracy wise, nope. Chronograph wise, nope. It wasn't getting above 3.3 foot-pounds, where the CO2 version, yeah, the accuracy wasn't on a scope that doesn't belong on, because that scope does actually belong on this, because that's not my rifle. That's been loaned to me by a subscriber for this video, so sorry, I am going to scrap your gun. Yeah, so stick with CO2. Sort of powers, as I said, it was barely getting above 3.3. I think that was actually the highest it got at one point, was 3.3. But with the CO2, it was hitting quite high, 10.5, close to 11 foot-pounds. And the power-wise, I did fill that up before doing the chrono test, so I filled it back up to its maximum 65 bar. 65, yeah, 65 bar. And you don't like it. But then it's not designed, really, is it, to be a PCP? It is meant to be a CO2 rifle. So, nice idea from TR Rob. And as a backyard plinker with, I'm going to say, much lighter pellets, because that, I was using JSBs there, which are just your standard 15.89s. Didn't like them at all. At one point, I did switch to Wasps. If that made a difference. And that made no difference either. So, yeah, I'd say stick to the CO2 version, unless you want a small. You have to find lighter weight pellets, just for kids to play around with in the garden, under supervision, of course, under you. But for PCP, not really worth it. Stick to the CO2. And thank you to Pownells in Great Yarmouth for getting that in for me, and for the lead. They did supply me a tin of lead as well. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's that. Overall, stick to the CO2 version. Next week, we'll be looking at a Springer, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye for now.